Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Hello, can you hear me? Hi, what's up? Sorry for the delay. Wait, maybe I typed. Hello. Oh, you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah. I still haven't set up my audio on my new computer. I usually connect it to a Bluetooth box, and those speakers I forgot to charge them. So now I put headphones on, so I'm not sure about the volume. I feel like the game sound is a bit low. Let's just try. Wait, wrong scene. Hello.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Actual streamer right now. Yeah, loud and not clear, that's fine. Because you don't need to understand me, right? I just wonder if the game sound is alright if I turn everything a bit up. Please let me know if it's too loud. Yeah, because these are not my headphones actually, so I have no idea how it works. Okay, now I'm nervous. Now that people are watching me, I'm nervous.
Identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Here we go. So, hello Jay, hello Spectre. How you doing on this fine Saturday? Yeah, I guess you haven't played Genshin for a while, huh? This is Fontaine in the prison area. I guess both of you haven't played for Genshin Impact in a while. Fontaine? Yes, it's almost even over. I think... I'm not sure if there's any more Fontaine quests. I think it's done. And we're moving to Natlan in summer, so like in August. So yeah, maybe like a short recap of the story so far. We got into Fontaine, then we met Linne and Lynette, that are two characters. Turns out they're like part of the orphanage of Arlecchino. Arlecchino? Is that her name? Arlecchino, which I pulled somewhere. Just didn't farm for her yet. And so yeah, we went on a trial because they were accused of something, of a murder. Or some Fontaine people bursting into bowels and just disappearing. And yeah, then turns out they were innocent and it was someone else. I actually don't remember too much because I just stopped playing the quest in a few weeks. So this is definitely, there's definitely more quests to come. I'm just in the middle, like literally half of it. Continue, sure. Yeah, I mean we can also chat, right? It's not only about playing, it's also about like socializing, I guess. Oh my god, I'm wrong. I'm in the wrong area? Where do I have to go? I really hate this prison because yeah, there are so many levels and you just don't know if you're on the right level. I guess I'm not, because it shows something else. I hate this place, to be honest. Okay, here's the correct one, I guess. This is a prison area, and it's really funny Oh, by the way, Child got arrested, so we're trying to investigate that now because he kind of disappeared in the prison, and now the judge of this high judge of Fontaine, he asked us to investigate where he went to. Yeah, Child got arrested. So basically, how the trials in Fontaine are going is that, you know, you have this judge, but you also have Farina on one side, and then I guess lawyers ask questions and so on. But then the final verdict is done by some Fontainian machine. And yeah, even though it was kind of clear that wait, I went the wrong way. It was kind of clear that Child was innocent. The machine still said, "Hey, you're guilty," and that's how he got arrested.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
No way! I hate these segments where you have to hide.
Uh-oh!
Oh, come on.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble
Yeah,
if
okay.
the guards catch us.
Yeah, but usually you can also like dodge, right? Like how do you call it? Crawl. But why can we not crawl here? I guess it's fine then. If that's a bit, that seems easier than usual.
Uh-oh! They spotted us!
Come on, how can you spot us? We're right behind you. Do you have eyes behind your eyes or behind your back or what?
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Okay. What now? Wait,
This should be the place.
here? Can I see you when you do it? I don't know. Oh, do E. Sorry, I didn't read that. Yeah, I didn't try it. This chat is always so weird because there's this emoji in front of it. Okay. Frog.
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
Enough with the
What'd you
theatrics.
say?
Oh wait.
Yeah. So what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality at any time.
Oh yeah, there were rumors about
Hey,
cannibals
what's
or
the point
something.
of all those rumors?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw anything, then I'll pretend that you never showed up here.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What
5
did you
regions
say?
in and there's still NPC designs. Yeah, that's true. The same hairstyles and everything.
Isn't that
That's what the
exactly
Hockey Star
what
Rail does
Boss
better,
said
to
when
be
he
honest.
left?
Hey, do you know our boss?
Ooh, child.
Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept his identity a secret. So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so you're Child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
I'm a friend of his.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night.
Yeah, you never
So
played it.
unless he
I
somehow
mean,
told you those exact same words
in
after
the end,
that,
all these gacha games are kind of the same, right? I really like Honkai Star Rail though because it's kind of low effort. You can just do like autoplay and don't care about it. And if you want to care about it, it's really cool still. Like the quest we played right now was the current one. in Penacony, it's called, and that was really interesting though. It was like a murders. How do you call that? Murder, like a detective thing, and yeah, that was interesting.
All right. I guess that's proof enough for me. I believe you.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to
Murder
the fortress
mystery.
of
I
Maripede.
think that's what I wanted to say. Murder mystery. Yeah, and we're trying to find out what happened there. I'm just spamming those emotes.
But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it
Yeah,
done.
I can only see the emoji if I'm looking at the chat, I guess.
So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown, but hasn't Child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep.
You remember
no
the
one could
reason
ever
why you
reach the
stopped?
surface alive.
So what's the reason? Because of the dialogues?
But Boss still insisted on
Yeah,
going in.
Paimon.
It's like he was obsessed about it.
I think Paimon in general is cute, but sometimes she's really annoying and stupid. Yeah.
So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate happened to him?
Not to
Nothing
child.
can ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Keep quiet again.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping
I
to
don't
have
like
a look.
this part of the quest right now. That's why I
impossible
think
to navigate unless
I
you're an
paused it for so
extremely
long.
skilled diver.
Do you think Child got
Not likely. We all know that.
Really? Then have him come and...
It's getting late. We should...
Yeah, we learned.
Okay, let's just save him in. That's it.
When you said you knew a dive, why is Child like this? Fortunately, though, now that we can finally
You don't like the one with the
relax,
glasses? I already
I'm
forgot about
starting
him.
to feel
I
super
don't even
sleepy.
remember anymore what I look like. Oh, wow. That's it? That's chapter 3? So I already completed almost all of it. Why didn't I just finish it?
It's morning already. Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there. It's one of Linny's cards. Let Paimon's... Maybe you haven't... It's been a while since we last... Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it,
Yeah,
Lenny's
right?
been
It was very
making progress
entertaining.
with his investigation.
I
Wonder
mean,
what
you're
he's
lucky you didn't have
discovered.
to see the parts that we had before. During this chapter 3, it was so boring. But before that,
still
like
have some
chapter
time
1 and
before
2
we
were
meet
actually
up.
quite cool.
Let's talk with the people here for...
I guess they're setting up a lot of things. So when was the last time you played Genshin Impact? It was still during Sumeru? Investigate freely. They make the chapter so boring, so the next chapter would be the best chapter ever. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's how they do it. Not sure if it works always though, because at least for Hunger Star it was a bit not the case during this one quest. Where am I? So, oh, it's probably another level again. Where do I have to go? What the fuck? I'm being pulled for drugs. So those are your actual thoughts, huh? Yeah, so that's what you write on your phone in your private time. Where the fuck do I have to go? Oh, okay, maybe here.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed.
Look! There are some people talking over there! Let's listen in on the conversation.
You mean like you pulled on the when...
If you ask me, those
Did you have a banner? Yeah, right?
parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of...
Hey, speak for yourself!
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard
Yeah,
that even if you're
you really
released after
think
serving your
they would
sentence,
buff a
going back
character?
to life on the surface ain't any better.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole...
What kind of filthy bilgewater use? Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you... Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you?
Whoa. Sounds like they're real. Speaking of which,
I mean, Genshin
never
Impact
heard
is
anyone
really
use the words
easy for the
overworld or
overworld.
underworld when we were living up there. Is that only
So-
something the inmates down here say?
Yeah, maybe I should not talk over the game voice. But yeah, Genshin Impact is kind of easy anyway, so... She's still good, like, she's still killing the mobs, right?
That's true.
Oh, you haven't
There's a
really
group
built
of
her?
people
Yeah.
over there. Let's go listen in.
I mean, if people do like Barbara DPS, then why not they at DPS?
So I said, that's not a faucet.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking.
What's the matter? Now just...
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine.
You hear that, Quisto? What
Quisto.
nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Who's the look?
But before that, it just...
Really? Are we that famous?
Weren't you also playing Aloy?
You kidding? How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself?
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People...
So,
No.
Sorry, I'm not really
You don't
listening
get
to
it.
this right now.
Knowing intelligence will make
Because
things
I just want
Whoa, all
to
this
get
info's
out
worth
of this
something,
prison.
you know?
This prison storyline is a
You
bit
should prove you're worthy of
boring.
it.
I don't mind him. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
right.
Is that so?
Oh, so
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to
Oh yeah,
culinary
because you were
school.
playing on
Not enough
PlayStation.
about that. Since you like my cooking. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fort, you've already met
Those who have the...
I know who you mean. It's that...
But did you know that Chewie...
I don't care if he was a researcher.
Ah, interesting. According to Quisto, a person named Juryu who frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which,
Cool.
the last time I saw him, he was passing.
You mean he hit a woman?
Damn.
But that Lord
you hit a
Vian's
woman?
also quite the odd one, you know?
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on date?
After all, I do remember seeing Lord Veen be...
So Jurio had a confrontation with a girl named Lurvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I remember that too. See? You don't really have to listen to all this dialogue, just summarize it like that. When did they do what? Oh, you mean the main character, yeah, Traveler. Wasn't it already happening in Sumeru as well? Oops. I think after the dialogue. Yeah, I guess
Hey,
usually it's Paimon is summarizing everything.
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games?
Oh
You
no,
know, like
not
Genius
TCG.
Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up
That's
everywhere.
not true.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow invocation aficionados? All right.
But why would you be looking for
Whether you're throwing down, there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you,
Are they
I
forcing
immediately
us
thought,
to play
hey,
TCG
even
now?
outsiders. Sure.
Great! Since you've been,
I thought you would have already.
I actually liked TCG when it
we'll let you
released.
know if we've heard.
All right.
I really liked
Have you
it.
heard
It was
anything?
kind of
Did you
fun.
know that there are
but
some people who are
I just can't keep up with it.
There
I
are two
can't.
guys who are
I don't even
always
open
skulking
Genshin
around in the corners
that
of
much
corridors
anymore.
gossiping.
So there's no
bigger guy
time
is
for
Quisto.
TCG.
I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. If you're interested.
Good to know.
Let me think. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Ooh.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole Forbidden Zone?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but
Anything else? Not that I can think of.
Okay.
okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go
Just
meet Lenny.
about everyone.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
I'll have to go upstairs again. Like a new level. Just tell me, where do I have to go? Which level is this? Yeah, Linny is one of the twins. They are both here in prison as well. They are also trying to investigate something for Alekino, I guess. Yeah, I mean, usually you would take like the elevator for when you haven't activated the waypoints yet, but and I guess I'm in the on the wrong floor, because why does it show me to go upstairs downstairs? That's annoying. Oh yeah, I'm trying to pull for Palicino weapon actually. I already lost once. That's so sad. Come on, bless me, Spectre. Aww. Never mind. Wait, let me check the history. Weapon. Yep, there it is. It was 9 pity and I put like 3 times or something. Yeah. 4 times, I don't know.
Take it easy.
Wait, where do I have to go?
Take it easy.
So that Federica, I can't spell her name. Is she good? I haven't built her yet, but from what I see from others, yes, she's quite good. Although if you... What? Why do I have to go upstairs again? Oh my god. Are you fucking with me? Yeah, anyways, she's good, yeah, but if you have like other fire deepest, I guess she's such a huge upgrade, I would say. But I think there will be supports releasing next patch that might be useful to, yeah, to make her even stronger. Finally. Here he is, one of the twins, Lily. I like him though. I kind of like him. Him and Lynette. You're pulling for her? Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I would say like Hutao is probably the same strength. But don't trust me on that. I didn't really test anything.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself.
So in the story,
the rumors
from
swirling
where
about
I am
this
so
place are
far, we only
unreliable
met
after all.
Alkino
And
once.
Master Child
So
probably went missing because
there's
he
not
found
much
a way
to
out.
judge from how she is.
He is a harbinger after all.
He
I
talks
suppose he's
like he
much
came
more
from
resourceful
Yuki.
than I initially gave him credit for.
I cannot tell you if that's the same because I don't think I watched it in English. Just in German when I was like a kid and on TV. So I don't remember much, to be honest.
Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after it.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. This was always a part of our mission after all. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
Wow. They clean the pipes pretty
And
often.
after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hand. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Chilling in prison
and
for
there's just
9 more
one last
days?
thing we'd like
Oh,
your help
wow.
with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environment. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
What if I'm the older
Alright,
sister?
then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days.
Cool. Chilling in prison. Playing TCG.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people in town.
Hide in the corner and eavesdrop. Several people up here. Can only hear a bit.
It's not impossible.
This is Sijuin.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person?
That potion is the result of the failed attempt. Alchemy. But I didn't read it. What? It was too fast again. What the fuck?
She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Let me take a look. Please, slide to... Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler!
How did you do that? She's so small.
Don't apologize.
How did you carry her?
You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sijuin's using her hand to pulp. What does palpate mean? Different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here? Huh?
Ouch, that
But
hurt a
based
little.
on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here.
Was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. Can barely feel it.
I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
I mean, prison food is not that great, so I can understand.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient.
Very well.
Oh, this is Loreen.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Phew! This infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Sijuin just called the woman Loreen, so she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary. I've heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Juryu?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her, it'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
Her stomach aches really
no.
bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
You got a point.
Well,
What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you?
That's correct.
Are you two
bad vibes.
also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
He's so jealous. Wow.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil out.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. If they don't like each other, just come another time then. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Wait. There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that.
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurous intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end
Very
this
interesting
boring
thoughts.
and useless conversation.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessive...
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurrier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is?
It always turns
I'll
out that they
accompany
like
you
each
two
other.
For a while. Miss No-No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Yeah.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around.
Oh, she's sus.
Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you.
Suspicious.
Miss Lorvine, I left...
Did we talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Got it! Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Sichuan's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you can...
You move your... it's probably gone again. So. Paimon's conversation with Sichuan.
We've been to lots of places together. She may... Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll... Ah, you're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly. Thank you, Miss
Sijuin. Cool. What now?
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately.
Gotta love prison food.
Take it easy.
Wrong again. This is so confusing.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death! No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish, and... Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Sichuan asked Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Very suspicious indeed. Oh, and was Lorvine and Jurio's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon?
You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on.
Over the next few days, you and Paimon work at your stations as normal. During your shifts, however, you manage to find opportunities to write keywords relating to your suspicions on a piece of paper. You manage to pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable, and she does not even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. What disguise? And finally the promised what? Day arrives? Final day arrives? Is that the thing?
Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny!
Oh.
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough.
That's
Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril.
Everyone
Fremine
are
and
friends
Lynette feel
with
the
us.
same way.
That's so crazy.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's
We
go
just
check
trust
on Lynette
everyone.
before Fremine returns.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's
They're
head
twins,
over right
though.
away.
But yeah, I get it. In secret.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh, strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Wow, so many clues.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right?
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still
Which
made.
means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Where's the last clue? Behind it? Oh yeah, that trapdoor.
Wait, this thing?
The hatch.
It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
It's a trap.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
The look on Lenny's face, he's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic? He probably said that to subconsciously. He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anyone else or anything else.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
Oh, is that from Lynette?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimons, would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
What did they do?
Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Then why did you fall for it? But I mean, I don't think it's Wriothesley. It's probably someone else.
You mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine.
Oh no.
We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Wow, Linne, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some sense into him!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back!
The voice actor is actually really cool.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
For Linne, I mean. She's evil? Is she evil? Wow.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help!
Whoa! Are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
She's actually so much more likable now that we know she's actually evil. That's so cool.
What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Lenny, wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Where did he go? Wait, wrong way.
He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office!
Good thing we can fly. And swim.
come out and face me, Risley!
There
Aren't we
he
at an
is.
administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
Okay.
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Okay, so he was behind it after all.
Turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
So he knew everything from the beginning. I mean, it was a bit obvious, or not obvious, but it was a bit weird that everything went so smoothly and nobody actually was suspicious, right?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
I mean, I guess he just went home then, or what?
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
Okay, never mind then.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happen to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that... Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Oh, I want to see that.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
It's an offer that you cannot refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
I mean, why can't he just ask her to come?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Like, what is the secret? Why is it
I shouldn't ask Father to do
so
anything
important?
because of us.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Oh, what's happening now?
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare them.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Isn't that so you won't become like rich? I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your waffle meal. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. Oh no, not this again. Okay.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Is it that one maybe?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
So something about Fonta, maybe. Wait. Did I collect the right one?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new.
Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear? Oh my god. I might be just a little bit dumb right now.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near their production zone. It seems the Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value.
Maybe this one. Sure. Why does the strange meat appear in the way it does? Let's just select the last Fonta thing. Everything is incorrect. Oh no. Okay, let's try the Sijuan route.
Fonta's internal reports.
No,
we often see Miss Sijuin. I've been told that the infirmary.
Wait, no.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed. The research note said that the Melusine.
Okay. So now I just switched them.
We often see Miss Sijuin observe. I've been told that the infirmary is always.
Okay, yay.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us.
So does it mean she's not alien? Not evil. That's kinda disappointing.
The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
Oh, this is the Fonta.
Why is that?
Path, yeah, the Fonta one. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer.
I've been told that
oh no, sorry. Those ones.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed.
Who sent the package containing the
product.
strange blood-colored fluid?
But
why does the strange blood-colored fluid look the way it does?
the Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But
Okay, so this one is maybe...
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't
Why do only
recognize the
those who
real
buy
value of
tickets to support
coupons.
both fighters receive the
Meanwhile,
package?
The Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta.
Yay! Correct on first try.
Paimon gets this rule too now. That hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product.
That is such bad marketing.
A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
I must say, like, this is not the right way to do, like, A/B testing.
Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Ooh. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Oh, he's so desperate. Fight, 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 fight. Oh, that's a cool screenshot. Is there a way to hide the UI? I guess not. But wow, look at this.
Lenny, are you alright?
They're just too lazy to animate the falling on your butt movement.
Close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
What the hell? It's a light novel now.
Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Oh, it's kind of weird. They shouldn't have done it like this.
Sigewinne, you...
Are you his accomplice in all of this? I mean...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Nervulette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now.
So now she's back to boring again, because she's not evil. She's just, like, naive or ignorant.
His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
Oh, okay, I don't like her.
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
They're misunderstanding everything.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Oh.
Some space, please.
Chlorinde.
Ah, Miss Clorinde. My door.
Freminet.
Yo. She probably rescued him.
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
I like how she's very pragmatic.
I'm sorry
Straight to
about
the point.
shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like
These
this?
symptoms, it can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He
Oh.
must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh no.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Freminet a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
They're so chill about it. I mean, like Sichuan and Risley.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijuin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
Then use different words. Oh
It
my
would
God.
probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Yeah, she's so cool. I like her. Maybe I should just save up some Primo Gems since she's releasing next banner. Or two banners. Linney's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Sichuan touch Freminet. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Freminet does require urgent medical care. Sichuan's examining Freminet carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Freminet will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment.
Why would
So
he ingest
Wesley
a
Net-
large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her.
Oh my god.
If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
I can't believe they did this whole thing just to confuse everyone. Linney has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Sichuan just said.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh,
Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Oh my god, of course I couldn't read it again.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well.
The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Clarande saved Remit from the sea. Just what happened there? I mean, I kinda understand everything now. Or at least I believe so. They're not trying to hurt anyone. They were just trying to say, hey, maybe not snoop around. I really like Fontaine's music so far. I don't think there was any track that I didn't like. Why didn't I just teleport? Okay, never mind. There he is.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any... How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
But when we explore on the overworld with Fontaine characters, they can still swim in there, right?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Are we playing his POV now?
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Master Child. Oh, we are him. Let's go. Should we just jump? Is there any chest? No treasure? That's sad. Okay, I mean, this is like a domain right now, right? It's not part of the map. Or is it?
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
puzzles. I hope we don't have to fight because I have no idea what he does. Oh, this is like in Honkai Star Rail in Bellabog. I mean, obviously it's not the first game to do this kind of mechanism. I'm just saying that's what it reminded me of. Wow. So now what?
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Which one? Oh, that one. Can I turn it the other way? It's the way. Just one way to return it. Oops. Start. No, that's the... Do I have to go down again? Wait. How can I rotate? So if I rotate this now... Oh, I cannot even rotate it from here. Never mind then. I guess I can just press it once. Oh, wait, where did I go? Why did I rotate it? How did I... I'm lost. Ah, okay, no. No, I get it now. I see. Never mind. Let's go. Way. Are there no chests here? Usually there are, right? Did I miss them?
This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived into the water.
I mean, Child is not from Fontaine, so he's not affected by the primordial water. Let's go. So peaceful, this music.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Oh no.
What?
Doesn't he have like equipment? What about his helmet to dive?
I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
I mean, obviously we know that he will not make it, and then Clarin came. Help. What is this?
I can't die here. I have to push on.
Clarin.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
That's reasonable.
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not like I don't like Sichuan. She's just not super interesting. It's cute though. She's still cute though. That she's like, I don't know, ignorant, naive. Not like this midget here.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny.
Don't say that. It was all my fault.
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Okay, we get it. You're all sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Lenny, we understand.
Yeah.
Those are siblings vibes. Sibling vibes. Oh, I guess I can just jump down. Whee!
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me.
I mean, didn't she
I'll
also
take my
touch
leave for now,
the
then.
water? Is she not from, is she not like Fontainian?
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about
enlighten us?
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
Okay.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh, well.
I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
I wouldn't say that, because it's really different if you can just leave whenever and they're like stuck in prison.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
I like how the vision is the only thing that is colored here. Looks cool.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Yeah,
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
I mean, it doesn't owe you anything.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Interesting. Forbidden Zone, what do we have there? Monsters? Ooh.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Rise.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Merit. Stand on the center.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Once everyone has taken their positions under a circular plate, it begins to slowly move downwards.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that
What
is...
a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Yes.
Well,
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself.
I mean, why... Why do they think so badly of Fatui when they kinda worked with them so many times already?
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Wow. Technology.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate. What does that mean, sluice gate?
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it.
So why does he show us this all? Everyone is so trusting in there.
The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in this.
The concentration of primordial seawater?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us.
Oh, hey, Jel.
Knows where the primordial sea
Don't worry, you're not late. I mean, you can
leak.
always come and go. Don't feel pressured to be here. How's your homework going? Is it hard? Is it difficult? Is it for your programming course?
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. So this is the prophecy, right? That everyone's afraid
you know what
of.
the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Continue tomorrow. Need to retrieve crypto data from an API. Wow, that sounds very serious.
But that's just too weird. Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the
Finished the
primordial
event
sea?
yet?
Who built this place anyway?
Which event are you talking about? Like the Genshin one with Ito? I did not start it. I mean, I did start the quest, but I haven't really continued on it yet.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy.
Kind of try
To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be
farm
exceedingly
Primus a
boring.
bit, because I do want Alecchino's weapon.
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no
So
single
yeah,
founder
I'm really
of the
behind
Fortress of
with all the
Meripede in any
quests here on
traditional
Genshin.
sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
What PD am I in on the weapon? I can show you in a bit. I think it hasn't updated yet. I did a few polls, like 4 polls, I think.
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people.
Oh,
they were
just
exiled
like
to
half
the
an hour
desolate
ago.
seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Do you usually live right after work? No. I mean, I started this live thingy since Wednesday. Yesterday was... Oh, not yesterday. I mean, Thursday was a holiday. So I had the day off the whole day. And Friday I was out. And today it's Saturday, so I don't have to work. Yeah. So I was just staying at home a bit and doing stuff here and there, and I thought I wanted to play Genshin again.
But now you know every part of that history is
I don't have
true.
like a set schedule yet. And I don't know if I want to stream it in the evenings because then nobody would watch. It doesn't make sense. Then I would just play the game, I guess, without streaming, because most of you are like in Asia, right? Like Avery's in Asia, you are in Asia, Jay's in Asia, and a few are in America. And I actually didn't tell many in Europe yet that I'm streaming on YouTube.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Merpeet, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Yay.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
From what I see in Discord, you seem kind of very busy. I mean, yeah, I work like, obviously from like 9 to 5, I guess 9 to 6. And I just started a new job like 3 weeks ago, so everything is a bit busy in the moment, just to get into the job. But like otherwise, I'm free, I would say. It's just that not always I have the energy to socialize in Discord again, because as mentioned, my job is new, so all the people are new, and when you have to get to know new people, it's kind of exhausting, right? But I'm getting used to it now, like talking to everyone, so it's I can actually like still socialize after work now.
What?
It was just hard in the beginning.
After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they?
All right then, if your grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin? Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
What? Was it all necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not
That's
in a
what they
relationship
always
with this
say
man.
in the manga as well.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, follow me.
It's enemies to lovers trope.
There's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
That's just one way to say, Paimon, you're annoying.
Like, Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here
Wow.
you go.
Wow. This is...
What a huge ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before.
How much do you know about Fontainian?
Not
Well,
much.
then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on,
Hey, you
I'll take
didn't
back.
even wait for our answer.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Linne's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Linne the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
yeah. We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah,
Great.
we will. Okay. I feel like this chapter is almost over, is it? Why does it always go back to Diona? I want to be Yelan.
We're back!
Oh, I forgot to show you my petty
Welcome
on
back.
the weapon banner.
Do you want a cup of...
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijui.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
It's so innocent.
So, Traveler,
Place.
Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Lenny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijui is also busy with something or other.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial
Wow.
sea is probably very close
He's
to
so
the fortress
smart.
of Mirapede.
Way smarter than I am.
He's good. He got
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this.
This is
If
also
he has
what I
been
wonder.
monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master
Oh,
Child
okay,
for him.
that was the case. Yeah,
What's
now I
more,
remember what he
The
said.
Fortress of
There was so much
Mirapede is
dialogue.
not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Linus grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out.
Cloran.
That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
What quest is this? This is Fontaine Archon quest, chapter 4. I haven't played the Archon quest yet. I mean, I did the first 3 parts like 2 weeks ago, I think. Like a week before Alekino released.
I can't believe it.
And I just put it off because the prison part was so boring.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
Right now I'm just resting my eyes after 5 hours of work, so I'm just listening, so not... Oh, it's okay. You don't have to chat, don't worry, you don't have to look at it. Yeah, I will just comment anyways, I will just talk to myself.
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the
Thank you.
sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the 3 of us basically see you as family now.
Aww, they trust each other way too easily. That's so weird.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
obviously.
You've done so much already.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Okay, let's look at my pity now. Unfortunately, I don't have any Primus. Wait, not this. Also not this button. Yeah, I actually just lost once already to Linny's weapon, which I don't mind too much because I like bows and I have Linny, so this is okay. I'm still a bit sad though because I do want this weapon for Arlecchino, so I will try it. Yeah, this got updated already because this was today. So I'm at, what is it, 13, 14? 13, 14 pity? Is that how you count it? 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. No wait, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 pity. I don't think I will get it unless I'm really lucky. Because I also just have one fate point, so I'm not sure if it's like good to continue wasting pulls because, yeah. I do want Claret as well, so. But actually, I still have so many quests open. If I just play the game, I can easily farm some Primos. Yeah, Fontaine is like 50%. I still have to do this. Chenyu Vale. This new region. I don't remember what I did there, but for some reason it's already 20%. I feel like I just stepped on that new region once. I don't even remember what it looks like. And Sumeru is like, I really hate Sumeru, so not like hate, it's just that it's too big. Maybe I should do like co-op and it would be more fun to actually explore it. Yeah, that's actually a point. I haven't co-oped in ages, so yeah, I might do that. Because I really enjoy like exploring Fontaine. It's so much smaller, and even though it has like the underwater world as well, so it's not like super small, but it's just more fun. It's more easy to get around and everything. And also the puzzles are not upsetting me, I guess. The puzzles are really fun and not too easy, not too hard.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Siege?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right.
What would you like to eat?
Oh, can we choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Woolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
After a while, the meal siege when ordered for you arrive, and it's too fast. Some drinks. Shakes taste terrible, okay.
Delicious.
Free dinners are the absolute best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
You usually just collect chests or puzzles that come across while doing the quest. Yeah. Sometimes I even ignore them right now because the quests are getting longer and longer. I noticed that with Sumeru, starting with Sumeru, they just drag out so long. So that's why I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not collecting anything. I just want to finish it.
Delicious!
Exquisite.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijuin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings and— Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Actually, why doesn't Chlorine sit with us to eat? He's so lonely there.
Thankfully,
Come sit
Glorian is
with
very
us.
strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorian left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorian had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Is that what vibe he gives? But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Neverland inside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Thank you. So, where's Chlorine? There she is.
Chlorine!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's alright. Miss Sijuin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremonade too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
So humble.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijuin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijuin was with you. And the Duke has business of his own.
Oh, you could have joined us.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
Ooh.
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
I think a lot of people are shipping Chlorine and Navia because of all these interactions, right? This is technically a work trip for us too.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
What? She's gone. Why? Oh man. So fast. Oh my god, I never know how to navigate around. I'll just put hello again.
So much has happened. Paimon's super sleepy.
That's so cute. I've never seen Paimon lay like that. What the hell?
Delish.
Oh, when they're lying next to each other.
1 second.
That's kind of cute.
For free.
I always wondered how Paimon slept while the traveler slept. I mean, does she even need sleep? It's kind of cute.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Paimon, wake up. We need to go out and see what's going on. Let's go.
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
Prison break. Prison break.
What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people? They won't even—
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially. Lafaroon was saying—
Wait, weren't you the one who brought—
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said his grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Oh, the water's rising. Gotta build a shank. What's a shank? Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, is that the gate at the very bottom?
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
And we're going down, obviously, because we hate instructions.
Attention!
Take it easy.
Wait, oh, I'm in the wrong place. Whoopsie. Oh, cutscene.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Huh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Are these monsters? It's just water. Are we fighting? I mean, what does he try to do? Shouldn't he like escape as well? They just evaporate in bubbles. Okay, never mind. I take it back. He's too cool for primordial water. Like literally too cool. Oh no! Wow, look at those animations.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at how cool they are. The music, it's just like in a it's like in a spy movie or something like that, like an agent. Wow.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
I tried pulling for him, but
the gate.
I lost the 50-50.
How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Oh, he's so cool. I want him. Look at them together even. Ah, they're so cool. A shank is a man-made weapon by a prisoner to defend themselves. I watched too much 16 days in. What does it mean? A man-made weapon by prisoners to defend themselves. Is 60 days in like a show?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Don't you have like your own soldiers? What the... Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincere...
It's so random. Everything is like...
Take it easy.
Where's this... Oops. Where's the... Oh, thingy here. And now I have to climb up again. Was it worth it? It's a show where people get to experience prison life and being monitored. Okay. So it's a fictional show or like reality TV? Because I do like all these prison shows. Like, I mean, what do you mean all? I guess I only watched like Prison Break. Oh no, I'm stuck. The fuck? No. How can I get up here? Why did they build it like that? It's so inconvenient. It's reality? Okay, then maybe I don't like it that much. Okay.
Take it easy.
Oh, for Tui.
Look! There are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there! Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. Another cutscene. I mean, why would they start this meeting without security yet? So much could have happened in between.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course! How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
How do we get the screen now where we see like Alkino? Which number is she again? So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and Linny siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
I feel like this whole the prison is getting flooded with primordial water. I mean, we were like for weeks in prison, now it's getting flooded, and now we just have to deal with like the Knave and Verena. I don't like the transition. There's something missing, like we just accept it. I mean, it feels not smooth. Like I don't know the words for it. She seems friendly enough, but what can't be all there? But that can be all there is there. The Knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Verena and I.
Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Verena looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the Knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Verena. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Eudex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
It's been like 2 weeks or something, right?
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
We still have his vision.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
What?
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
I think so. Just turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but at least I can try to distract her from Verena. That sounds good to me.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written.
Hold on. The water in the
Oh, she's heating up the water.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Ooh. Oh, Neuvillette. He's doing his dragon skills right now,
My thanks
right?
to you both. I will take it from here.
He's so cool. He's so cool. He's the
Sure you
coolest
don't
from
need a
all
hand?
Fontaine.
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
What are they talking about? Look at him, he's just so chill.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
The ultimate waterbender.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
It's a nice soundtrack as well.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess, we're safe for now.
Indeed.
I win this bet.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
I like that they're all friends. Such a good-looking group.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
It's so confidential, but then he just goes around and tells a foreigner who doesn't belong to the country, who's been in Fontaine just for like a month, about all the secrets.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house, Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression...
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I mean, then show some proof what you have done so far.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts, right? Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
Furina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front. That's kind of...
Then I ask you, Miss
right,
Farina,
yeah.
just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
I
mean, if Farina's always like sincere, then I don't think she would be like unpopular. But she is kind of annoying sometimes when she's trying to be someone else. So was that all a lie, or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
This voice actress is so good.
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
It does seem like Farina is a bit, helpless without Nouvillette, and she's not, like, very powerful. But maybe she didn't just show it yet. These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nouvillette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Why is that so sus? Like, what's in that cake? Are you trying to poison us?
You too, Paimon.
Okay, good night, y'all. I'm also almost done with streaming, so thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Sleep well.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer. Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
Yes, thank you, Jel. Have a good rest too. Yeah, it's just like 6 here. I will have dinner soon and then just chill for the rest of the day. I'm not going to stream anymore.
It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Coming too.
I just wonder if we're still in chapter 4. Yep.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than... Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
I'm sure she's like super likable as soon as we finish the quest and there's like some backstory for Farina. Where's the exit? Whoa, it's so huge here. I forgot about it.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I didn't think that that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Tricky question.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
Oh, she looks so cool. Imagine if that was like a skin. Wow, look at this. Oh, that's so cool. I actually really like this. But it's not very good at disguising yourself, right? Like, there's still a lot of red, so you're still pretty visible.
dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
Cute, oh.
My goal
Serena's
is just
cute.
to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the
Look at her
second before I
hair.
struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And
It's good,
I
Nivelet.
sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you.
Wow.
Please.
She's really not that powerful.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and
What the hell?
nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
What the hell? This expression is pretty grave.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so
No.
scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Writhsley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette.
Oh, I just realized my camera went off. Oh well.
The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
That's true.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
Yeah, it's more like they split up, maybe like split up the power, or...
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Novelette?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Novelette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side... Blah 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 blah.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
Yeah, speculation on our part.
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the fortress of Meripede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history, and now another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Because Novelette is sad. The clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain became heavier, light rain, soon growing to a downpour. I'm not sure how I ever like this kind of storytelling. I mean, these are all thoughts, but these are actually like... that's something that they should show us, or there should be like a... some kind of narrator. It's not like those are our thoughts. I mean, they are kind of too, but yeah. And just moments before, Novelette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Thinking back to that legend and what Freminet said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Novelette, you can't be...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Furina?
Novelette.
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, That stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history.
Wait, but Mondstadt has one, Liyue, I guess Sumuru as well, Fontaine now too. But what about Inazuma? Was it the snake?
In any case, I
That is
believe I
kind
will
of
not
dead?
be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Oh, my camera is going wild.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. This is a good stopping point. Yep. Yeah, interesting.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain.
Ad Astra Abbot. Thank you for complete.
So chapter 4 is not done yet? Isn't there like chapter 5 as well, right? And 6 maybe? I'm really looking forward to... I can already imagine what happens in the next quest, because that's also when we got the... Oh my god, it's kind of loud, right? It's also where we got the... what's it called? The weekly boss. Wow, achievements. Do I have enough for one pole? One pole? Oh, I guess I got one. Let's go. Never mind. How far am I to 4-star pity, by the way? Okay, still a while. 3 more poles or something. And I think I still haven't bought this yet. Do I have enough? Yeah. Great. Just one more. Sad. Oh well. That's it for today. Yeah. I don't think anyone is here anymore, but thank you anyways, just for coming again, for those who came. Yeah. And I will just ping next time I will stream again, maybe next week on the weekend again, or Tuesday after work. Yeah. So thanks everyone, and I'm waving right now, but you can see it because my camera is turned off. See ya!